All right, welcome. Today we are going to completely transform how you talk to AI. If you're tired of getting those kind of bland, generic answers and you're ready to start writing expert-level prompts that get you exactly what you need every single time, well, you are in the right place. Let's get right into it.
So, does this sound familiar? You know, tools like ChatGPT are just incredibly powerful. You've seen what they can do. Maybe they've spit out an amazing marketing plan or a perfect email for someone else. But when you try it, the results are meh. They're bland, they're inconsistent, and honestly, a lot of the time, they're just not usable. It's a super common frustration, and today, we're gonna fix it.
You know, the path to really mastering AI is way simpler than you might think. It really just boils down to a three-step journey. First, we're going to learn how to write prompts that actually work. Second, we'll turn that skill into a solid, consistent habit. And third, we'll put together a super simple plan to make sure your skills stay relevant in this crazy, fast-moving AI world.
So here's our game plan. We'll start by really nailing down the prompting problem. Then we'll get into the perfect prompt formula, talk about how to make it a real habit, and wrap up with how to keep your skills sharp for the future.
Okay, let's kick things off with the problem that we're all trying to solve. This is all about moving away from those random, kind of hit-or-miss results and moving toward getting intentional, predictable, and genuinely high-quality stuff from your AI tools.
This right here is the classic beginner's dilemma. You're just not sure why one prompt gives you solid gold, while the very next one gives you, well, garbage. The real key isn't just saving a couple of good prompts you stumble upon, it's about understanding the structure of why they work. That's how you can create your own great prompts for any situation you run into.
And that brings us to the core solution, a formula, a repeatable, reliable structure that totally takes the guesswork out of prompting. This is how you get those amazing, consistent results every single time. So here they are, the 6 essential building blocks for a perfect prompt: task, context, exemplars, persona, format, and tone. Getting a handle on these 6 things is seriously the secret to unlocking what these AI models can really do for you.
But here's a really critical insight. Not all of these are equally important. They actually follow a kind of hierarchy. The task is absolutely mandatory. The AI has to know what you want it to do. Then you've got context and exemplars, which are just examples. And these are super important for getting good quality. And then persona, format, and tone are like the secret sauce. They're awesome additions that can take your output from good to great. Let's zoom in on persona for a sec. This is where you tell the AI who it should be. And here's a pro tip. For any task, just think about the one person you wish you could call for instant advice. Need help with a workout injury? Make the AI a physical therapist. Prepping for an interview? It's a seasoned recruiter. Need to write a fun team email? Yeah, you can literally tell it to be Batman. It actually works.
And you can see the incredible power of this formula right here. The before prompt is, well, it's lazy. It's what most of us write. But just look at the after. By adding a persona, giving it some specific context, and defining a tone, you're guiding the AI to a much more specific, helpful, and high-quality answer. I mean, the difference is just night and day.
Okay, so knowing the formula is one thing, but the real magic happens when you actually start using it. So now let's talk about how to build this into a practical, everyday habit that genuinely saves you time.
The approach here is actually super simple. First, just pick one task in your work or your life that's repetitive, something you have to do over and over again. Second, start building a prompt for it. And this is the important part. Keep refining that prompt. The absolute best way to learn this stuff is by working on a real project that helps you.
Let's use a real-world example. Say you want a push-pull legs workout plan. Your first attempt might be something simple like this. You give it your weight and the basic task. And the result? It looks okay at first glance, but anyone who goes to the gym would spot the problem right away. The AI mixed up exercises for different days, which kind of makes the whole routine useless.
So what's the fix? Well, the key is refinement. We go back and add just one crucial component, an exemplar, which is just a fancy word for an example. By simply adding that little sentence, for example, a push day includes exercises for chest, shoulders, and triceps, we give the AI the critical piece of guidance it was missing before.
And boom! Look at that. The new output is perfectly structured, it's logical, and it's totally usable. It's a clean table you can copy and paste right into your notes or a spreadsheet. You just saved yourself a ton of time you would have spent Googling and formatting. That's the leap from a generic idea to an actionable plan, all thanks to one tiny tweak.
This right here, this is the goal. This is the milestone you're aiming for. You'll know you've really built the habit when your gut instinct, whenever you face a new or annoying task, is to ask yourself, wait, can AI help me with this? It just becomes a natural part of how you solve problems.
So, once you get to that point, congratulations, you're basically at the advanced level. Now the game shifts a little bit. It becomes about making sure your skills stay sharp and relevant as this AI tech just keeps evolving at a mind-bending pace.
A huge piece of this puzzle is about making things easy on yourself. You've got to reduce the friction. So don't just dump all your amazing prompts into one giant, messy document. Instead, apply this awesome idea from productivity guru Tiago Forte. Store your prompts where you're actually going to use them. Got a prompt for writing newsletters? Stick it in your newsletter app. A prompt for summarizing meeting notes? Save it right in your meeting template. Now, to stay current, you need a plan that you can actually stick with. It doesn't have to be some huge commitment. Just try dedicating a couple of hours a week to a good free course, like learnprompting.org, to really deepen your skills. And maybe spend 5 minutes a day scanning a solid AI newsletter to keep up with the latest news.
And this is so important. Please don't fall into the trap of endlessly searching for the perfect course or the perfect newsletter. That's just a form of procrastination. Just pick one good course and one good newsletter and stick with them. Consistency is what builds real skill and expertise, not endless searching. So, as we wrap up, I'll leave you with this one question. Think about your week, your job, your personal projects. What is the first repetitive task you're going to tackle by building your own perfect prompt? Start right there, and your journey to becoming an AI pro has officially begun.